Howdy, everybody. It's your boy TK. Welcome to Raw Lot Media, and I'm so excited to have you guys here today. Just wanted to change it up with you guys for a little bit. I've been talking about comics that I've been picking up and everything, showing you guys some previews for other ones. And today's video, it's going to be nice, short, clean. I just want to show you what I got this week. Currently, I've been trying to keep up with the Absolute Comics for as much as I can. And right now, I picked up Absolute Green Lantern. I've been really enjoying this series, especially following Joe and everything else that follows along with the new iteration of these lanterns. I find the system very interesting, a lot of fun. The art is really good, and it's just such a blast. The comic constantly goes up and down in terms of my overall favorites. One day it'll be number one, the next something else will overtake it. I think it's just one of those. Whatever gets my attention is probably my number one at the moment. And yeah, I'm trying to keep up with them. Just grabbing them whenever I stop by my local gaming store. If you guys ever get the chance, go support your local gaming store. They have comics, they have cards. Hopefully you have one near you. And if you can't, my go-to place is like my comic book online or like mycomicshop.com. That's where I go. I find a lot of these comics similar prices to the LGS. I can bulk buy in case you find a new series that you like and you're like, ooh, I'll just pick up all 20. If you're insane like me, when I went to go buy my low comics, I bought all 26, or technically I bought 25 of them because I had one of them and it's a total of 26, but I digress. Yeah, just wanted to go through some of the comics I got. I did goof because the next comic I'm going to show you, because this is Absolute Green Lantern number 12, and if I swap them around, I have Absolute Green Lantern issue 14. You may be wondering to yourself, TK, 12 to 14, you're skipping 13. And there's a good reason for it. I was just buying my comics and I accidentally, I have a list of what I got, and for some reason I skipped one of the numbers. I skipped, 12. And so thankfully my local gaming store had issue number 12, so I picked it up, and issue number 14. I'm super excited to read them. Hopefully one day I can talk to you guys more about them. If you're interested, I am still down to talk more in depth about the different comics themselves. I actually go into talking about the stories, the plot lines, the characters, more than just a preview, because some of you don't have the time or the money to go and pick up these comics, where maybe you can just have, your big chunky boy talk about it for you. And yeah, so, got Absolute Green Lantern right there. Continuing the trend of really good comics that I enjoy. I also picked up Absolute Martian Manhunter number 11. Absolutely loving the art, loving the storyline, and I'm pretty much collecting every one that I can. I think this one's going to be an absolute blast, and happy you guys are here to, talk about it with me. Yeah, so continuing onwards, just change it up ever so slightly. I've been following, sorry, I'm still getting used to using this little stand for the comics. So much better than what I had, which was just laying it against the back of this. But yeah, we got the Batman All-In special, at least that's how I know it's called. And I've been keeping up to date with this. Probably should have gotten the other comics as well, but this is just my haul for the week, and so this has been pretty fun. This Batman, I think he's been pretty interesting. Very cookie cutter straight, no shenanigans. Obviously, it's Batman; he's always got shenanigans. But I really like the story. It's nice and clean. This is what I would expect from a Batman comic. Even though the Absolute series is awesome and everybody should read it, there's nothing wrong with just picking up, the Man in Blue himself. And I'm even happy that they went back to this blue Cape Crusader Batman. Yeah, almost at times where instead of him being so serious, he can kinda have more lighthearted moments. And this is just bringing me back to God, I can't remember the series name, but I just know it's the Batman where he's like, ah, I have forbidden monk techniques, stop you from reading my mind. Just shenanigans like that. But yeah, Batman All In Special 2025, absolutely loving this series as well. I think Jimenez is doing, the guy in charge of it. I think he's doing so good with the series. Would recommend you all to try it out. All right, up next we have absolute. Sorry about that. Professional difficulties, but I have Absolute Flash right here, number 15. Super excited about this one. I haven't read the last 4 issues of Flash, just because I want to kind of let it build up, let it kind of marinate this way. I can read it in like one go and just be like, oh yeah, those are some choice cuts. I'm super happy about this version of Wally West and some of the other characters. I think it's doing really good. I know when I talked about it in the preview video, I was talking about how even though this is the fastest character, this is the slowest story. Nothing wrong with that, but I think it's simmering to a really good choice, cut of meat. And that's what I've been looking forward to the most with this one in particular, because all the other ones like kind of get straight to the point. You fight, you kick, you save the day. But with Flash, it's just having fun. It's like it's an angsty teen that's trying to deal with the loss of his parents. He's been thrown into this world with superpowers he barely even understands, and I think that's just such a good thing to follow, because everybody else is in the series is like grown up, and so it's nice to have his viewpoint, because he's still just a kid. He's a teenager. He doesn't know what he's doing, and what teenager isn't impulsive. And yeah, really excited for Absolute Flash. I'm probably gonna bulk read them in a bit, and I think it's gonna be so much fun. And yeah, finally, the last comic I picked up. It is Absolute Superman. You saw it coming a mile away. I'm really happy with our boy in blue. I'm so happy with because I've only read up to the part, spoilers ahead if you want to just skip past this part, but I'm so happy he's got his new suit and everything. I love the blues. They did so good with him, and I'm so excited to see the next arc to his story. And hopefully once he gets introduced to Wonder Woman, Batman, and the rest of them, I think the crossovers are going to go insane for what they can do with this series, because it's just such a breath of fresh air, and I'm super excited. And from the looks of it, I think that might be like Darkseid or Black Adam, or it could be me just being a ding dong, but that's my guess right now. I'm trying to think of any like electrical based villains. It looks like Darkseid to me, just all powered up and everything. But I'll figure out who it is. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, I have been having an absolute blast collecting all these comics, because like I told you guys in the when I originally created this channel, I want something for my kids to have like a little keepsake of their dad, and hearing them hear me talk about these comics and why I love them so much. Maybe your kids, or whoever or even yourself, like, we should all have hobbies we enjoy. And if I can just share that with you, with anybody, with my children, then to me, that's such an absolute honor and so much fun. Because, right now, I'm not really working, so I have a little bit more free time, and I thought, why not do some YouTube? And so far, I've been having so much fun. I'm seeing your guys' feedback, seeing you liking, some of you subscribing, so I appreciate you guys so much for that. And yeah, just, every one of you, that joins me along this journey, I appreciate. And, maybe in the comment section, you let me know what hauls and picks you got this week. I don't do anything where, like, I have, like, a blind bag where I see what I pull, I just go and grab whatever I want. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I just wanted to keep you guys up to date on, comics I've been collecting, and I can't wait to see what you guys have gotten. Hopefully, whenever I pick up some new models for Fallout Faction, I'll also do a video of that. Pretty much whatever I collect, I want to show you guys and, show it off. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me here today. Hopefully you had some fun, and maybe it'll get you guys to go get some new comics. I mean, if not, talk about them. All right. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.